Olga Svick, a New York City beauty stylist, found one of her clients to be pushy. Viktoria Nasyrova had been hounding her with requests to hang out outside of work.
She started acting like she's my friend.
Olga wasn't only thrown off by her client's interest in her, but also by Viktoria's appearance.
I thought she looked like me.
The physical resemblance between Olga and her client, uncanny. In August of 2016, Viktoria called Olga with an urgent request.
I need an emergency eyelash repair done, please, please, please. Olga said, I never have done that before. Every bit of work that I do is in my salon.
Olga decided to make an exception and agreed that Viktoria come to her house. She said Viktoria showed up with 3 small slices of cheesecake and urged her to eat some.
It's from famous bakery, famous cheesecake.
Olga says Viktoria quickly gobbled up 2 of the pieces and insisted that Olga try the last one.
Did you eat the entire piece?
Yeah, it's small piece.
And what happened?
I got sick.
Olga says she was hospitalized and went in and out of consciousness. When she got home, she noticed things were missing. On September 2nd, 2016, Detective Kevin Rogers got a call.
It was a call from patrol stating that we have a woman advising that there are items missing from her bedroom.
Olga told officers that items including her purses had vanished from her home. Olga told Detective Kevin Rogers that all she remembered was Viktoria coming to her house and giving her a slice of cheesecake. Rogers noticed something in the garbage.
I walked over to the waste paper basket, and right there was this plastic container with what appeared to be the remnants of a pastry, something that looked good.
Rogers took the container into evidence. He suspected whatever had been in that box may have made Olga sick, but Olga admitted that doctors didn't find anything suspicious in her system. Detective Rogers tried to find Viktoria, but couldn't.
Well, it sounds like at that point this case is almost over.
Dead.
A few months later, the case came back to life when one of Olga's neighbors told Rogers he'd seen a woman visiting Olga the day after the alleged cheesecake incident. According to the neighbor, the mysterious woman had said Olga was sick. When the neighbor went to check on Olga, he found her passed out in bed with pills strewn about on the floor. Rogers wondered if this mysterious woman had drugged Olga and then staged the scene to look like a suicide. He suspected the woman was Viktoria Nasyrova, and he turned his attention back to finding her. Rogers had no way of knowing that someone else was also trying to find her. Herman Weisberg is a private investigator and retired New York City detective. He had been hired by a woman named Nadia Ford to track Viktoria down.
Who murdered your mother?
Viktoria Nasyrova.
It turns out an international arrest warrant for Viktoria Nasyrova had been issued for the murder of Nadia Ford's mother, Alla Alexienko, in Russia in 2014.
She cannot get away with this.
On March 20th, 2017, 2.5 years after Nadia's mother went missing, her efforts to find Viktoria paid off. Herman Weisberg had found out Viktoria was living in Sheepshead Bay, a Russian neighborhood in Brooklyn. Detective Kevin Rogers couldn't believe it when his phone rang.
Brooklyn advises us that they had this woman, Viktoria Nasyrova, in their custody.
Rogers says the cheesecake case suddenly started making sense.
Olga had something that Viktoria wanted, and it wasn't money, and it wasn't handbags.
Rogers says the instant he started reviewing police evidence photos taken inside Viktoria's apartment, he saw something that made it clear to him exactly what Viktoria was after. It was Olga's ID card. He says to hide from authorities, Viktoria needed to be someone else. That someone was Olga.
I think she wanted to kill this woman and assume her identity.